Hi guys, welcome back to another A Chapter Day series. I hope you guys are doing fine and staying alright. It's a new week. It's not a new week, but it's new week for me and we're almost done. This is tomorrow's going to be Thursday. Yes, I've lost track of the dates. Tomorrow is Thursday. We're done with the week. We're almost done. We're almost done with the month of August. And, yesterday I heard that someone died that I, watched on YouTube, and it was so heartbreaking. And it just comes to play and comes to tell on how, we don't really know what tomorrow holds, so all we have to do is truly just trust in God and pray to God to wake us up each day, no matter what the day holds for us. You have to keep on trusting in God, because would you rather die than go through whatever trouble you're going through? Your choices are flat out straight for you to choose. Anyway, welcome to today's chapter. I feel like the tone and the mood and the transition from what I was talking about to anyways, it was really high. Okay, welcome to today's chapter. And today I woke up early. It was my off day. I was like, yay, I'm gonna do this. But I guess I don't want to use the word overwhelmed or justifying, but I just feel like I'm letting it get to my head too much. I'm not the first person to have a job and still be able to do other things, or to manage time. I'm letting it get to my head too much. So don't do that. I shouldn't do that. Anyways, so previously we read Judges chapter 16, which talked about Samson and how he died through the deceiving manners of Delilah. So Delilah was this Philistine girl that Samson wanted to marry. Now Samson is in love with Philistine people, but they don't like him. Okay, but Samson is temperamental and he's a little bit stubborn, so he goes ahead to marry Delilah. And now Delilah is working for the Philistines, and she's trying to know where Samson's power lies. 4 times Samson lied to Delilah about where his strength lies, and the 5th time Delilah's like, you have to tell me. If you love me, you have to tell me where your power lies. And then Samson did tell her, and while he was sleeping, Delilah cut off Samson's locks, and he lost his power, and the Philistines captured him, and they put him in between 2 pillars, and Samson was at his lowest, and he felt the spirit of God leave him. And yesterday when I did Judges chapter 16, I had a breakdown because I was crying just to imagine the spirit of God leaving you, to imagine God leaving you. It's I really pray God just has more mercy on us, because it's just so high-hearted to say it. Anyways, the spirit of God left him, and Samson cried unto God that he is a sinner. He has sinned. He has disrespected God. He has shifted God away from himself. But he knows and trusts in God, and he has faith that God should not leave him, that God should just do one more thing for him, that if he is supposed to die, let him die with the Philistines around him. And God answered his prayer, and all the pillars fell down. Samson died, and everyone around there, including our dear old deceiving Delilah, also died. It was really just so sad and just so exponential in terms of having faith and more mercies from God and more grace from God, truly. Okay, so today we're reading Judges chapter 17, which is 13 verses. Could it be more short? Could it really be any more short? But yeah, so this chapter talks about Mikai. Is it Mikai? Mikai, we'll call him Mikai. Mikai, it's funny. Mikai and his idols. So when I read this chapter, I was just lost. I was like, what's going on? So I had to do some commentary research to actually understand what was going on. So buckle up, because I'm going to talk not too fast, but in between. Okay, so Mikai is just this old boy all around looking for money. He stole 1,100 shekels from his mother. Really, let that sink in. I'm just picturing he's in his mid-30s and he's stealing from his mother. Okay, so he steals that money, and then he goes to return the money, and the mother's like, yay, my good son, you stole my money, but then you returned it. So she was happy. She was like, you've returned my money, such a good son you are. I mean, he stole your money at the first place. And then his mother is like, oh, let us use this money to make idols. Let us use it to make statues. Let us use it to make figures that we will worship. And Mika is like, that sounds like a good idea. You're a wise woman. Let's do it. So now Mika has made idols and he wanted to make idolatry a major thing. He wanted to make it peng in Israel. Now, let's just have a quick preview about what's going on in Israel and the whole ideology of leadership and all that beautiful stuff. So after Gideon died, after how they treated Gideon's family and everything and worshiping idols and bows and all this beautiful stuff, there hasn't really been anyone that came up to rise or lead the Israelites. Physically, Samson really didn't lead the Israelites. He just focused on the Philistines. So nobody's really leading the Israelites. And now at this point, they are more or less, they have no king and they are acting upon how they feel. So it's more like an opinionated, nation. Everybody has their own opinion in this nation. So Micah is like, yo, 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 let's worship idols because no one's leading us. And then they do. They worship the idols. And everybody is in a big fat ruckus because this will be the probably 15th, maybe even more than 15 times that the Israelites are worshiping idols again. This chapter, as I wrote here, is a bubbly chapter because it's just bubbling with so many thoughts in my head. Like, where do I begin? Where do I start? What do I use to just increment this into my head? What do I really use to increment this into my head? I don't know. It's just, I really don't know. I can't wait to do tomorrow's chapter because I really just want to know what on the earth these people are doing. Anyways, the memory verse for today is Romans chapter 14 verse 8, and it says, if we live, we live to the Lord. If we die, we die to the Lord. So then, whether we live or whether we die, we are the Lord's. It was really amazing because it clearly just shows how we are just nothing in the presence of God. Whether we're alive, we are to God. Whether we're dead, we are to God. Nonetheless, whether you're alive or you're dead, you're always to God because God is ultimately the most powerful. God is the most powerful. God is the most amazing, strong God ever. I don't even know words to describe it. See, whenever I'm talking about God's greatness, I can't even sum it into one word because it's just so great. Okay, it's so great that I can't sum it into one word. Too great. But yeah, that's the end of this chapter, Judges chapter 17. Guys, we have 4 more chapters and we're done with the book of Judges. I'm currently reading 1 Samuel chapter 3. Yeah, that's what I read today. And I've read Ruth. Ruth is really short, only has 4 chapters. So probably after we finish reading Judges, it'll be like a smooth ride. And then we read Ruth. And then I think we'll now be like a small still for Samuel. And I've been using my journal to write my prayer notes, which I'm starting to, get irritated of a little bit because it's not as organized as it was. I've not had time to purchase another prayer journal, which I tend to do that today because I'm just getting a little bit iffy on my path. But yeah, that's what's going on for now. And I remember the chapter day giveaway. I remember I said I was going to increase the chapter day editing. I promised to do that during the month of September, probably like September 21st. That is when we'll start the new things. That day is really special and important to me in my heart. I can't wait to talk about that day because it's a day that to me it was sorrowful a bit, but now looking at it, I'm grateful and I'm thankful and I'm happy because it's just a symbol of peace for me that day. But anyway, let me not give spoilers about that day. So yeah, I've rambled, I've talked, and I hope you guys are doing well and staying all right. Please, please, please accept God as your personal Lord and Savior. Like I said earlier, I can't put in words how having a relationship with God is so amazing. It's just so amazing that I can't put it in words. That's it. I really can't put it in any word. So please accept God as your personal Lord and Savior, and I pray that He comforts you and gives you peace in all ways possible, and just have faith and trust Him in all that you do. So bye. See you guys in tomorrow's chapter.